Hey everybody, it's your girl Mother from Mama, the undisputed African queen. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. If you're here for the first time and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, do the right thing and subscribe to my YouTube
She's
channel. You got
undisputed. She's Africana. And she's a queen. So you better subscribe. Her name is Mo. Afro Mama. She's on fire. So get to subscribing. The button's right there. Right there. Please subscribe. Yeah.
YouTube channel. All right, I'm your girl Mother from Mama. Listen, I'm coming over here because I was a little bit pissed off. Okay, and listen, this is not a bash on Kempire. All right, he can continue doing great, just like we are all doing great. You understand me? So it's not about him. It is about. It's deeper than that. It is about opportunities that are supposed to be going to the minorities, and then they're taken away from them. Now, listen to me. In this case, African bloggers are the minorities. Okay? African bloggers have a better understanding about young, famous, and African. For anybody else, and especially my American friends, you are seeing these people for the first time. Like Annie and Two-Face, and the clip that Netflix brought in with Kempire. Kempire did a review on Young, Famous, and African, just like everybody else did last season. And then after that, there was this rumor that came out about her marriage. And I'm not here to talk about her marriage, all right? And so he did a review on that, just like he does. So then, he is not the only one who did a review on that, number one, okay? And for them to not get anybody else, not get any other African, you could not find any other African, you could not find any other African to be showcased, to be highlighted on an African show? Netflix? You gotta be kidding me. You wanted to tell me there is no other African blogger that blogged about Young, Famous, and African, that even blogged about that incident when it came out, as when it came out? There was no other African blogger who talked about it, just so that you could not find any other African. You could not find any African. That is my issue right there, that this opportunity was supposed to be given to an African blogger, and not necessarily even people like, I'm even talking about a Nigerian blogger, to be specific. I would have loved to see a Nigerian blogger who has blogged about their marriage, because their marriage has always been on headlines. Annie and Two-Face, their marriage has always been on the headlines. You understand me? What are people saying? I do report. Okay, Mocha is saying. Mocha is saying, she's saying, don't do it. It is. Wait, first of all, she says, hold on one second. Because now she's, and I'm not here to be combative with anybody. No, this is not about how many subscribers you have, though. And yes, I have 1,100, but I am going up. And this is not about that. This is about giving opportunities to people. This is about giving opportunities to minorities. This is about Netflix deciding they are not gonna showcase any African blogger, and decide to go to, okay, like she's saying, because he has 271 subscribers. Okay, so he has a bigger platform. Netflix did not need a blogger who has 271K to represent, to do whatever they did. They would have used anybody. It is not about how many subscribers you have. Don't get it twisted. Don't try to twist things. This is not what I'm saying. It is not about how many subscribers you have. It is about, this is an African show. Let's highlight or one of the Africans. And yes, I blog about American shows. I do that all the time. I'm on Ready to Laugh all the time. This is not what I'm saying. I blog about, I'm not telling. See now, okay, so Mocha is saying, she says that you blog about American shows. I'm not saying that Americans are not supposed to be blogging about young females in Africa. Listen, last night we had a blast with my American friends, talking about young females in Africa. That's not what I'm saying. That's not my point. And please don't start putting words in my mouth on my platform over here. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this was an African show, and I would have expected to see an African blogger being highlighted by the Netflix. And whoever is going to be chosen, whether it's a Nigerian, whether it's an African, wherever you come from, it does not matter how many subscribers you have. It doesn't matter. Netflix does not need Kempire. It's the other way around. Kempire needs Netflix. Okay? Netflix does not need Kempire, trust you me. So it wasn't about him having a bigger platform. I am saying this opportunity should have gone to an African blogger, period. And I'm not changing that. It doesn't matter what everybody say. This is it. This opportunity should have gone to an African blogger. Okay? Give them some highlight, expose them, something. And there's so many of them. There's so many of them. There are people who understand Annie and Two-Face marriage way better than even me. I am not talking about, I am saying this opportunity here by Netflix should have been given an African blogger. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Okay? So this is not about him having so many subscribers. This is not it. Okay, she says, would you feel the same way if Real Housewives of Atlanta, which is an African American show, invited you to speak on the show? I would prefer them to invite an African American first. I would feel uncomfortable because there are things that I still don't understand. You know what I mean? So over 90% of your content. This is not what I'm saying. Guys, I am not talking about I'm not saying that he's not supposed to be blogging about young females in Africa. I would want everybody to talk about young females in Africa. That is, I'm excited about, them being exposed to, to everybody. That's what I'm not saying that he's not supposed to be blogging about it. I'm saying Netflix should have highlighted an African blogger. That's all I'm saying. So don't give me smoke. That I am not talking about, because listen, I blog all my shows, not even 90%, because hey, it is not 90%. It is 99% of my shows are American shows. They are actually African American shows. So it is not 90%, it's 99%. I am not saying everybody is entitled to, once they put a show there, if you like it, you go and review it and talk about it. Do that. I'm saying that, and that's not my point. I'm not coming over here to argue that, he should not have blogged about it. And that's not what I'm saying. I am saying you need to contact the production company. I don't need to contact anybody. I can just come over here and speak about it. I don't need to contact anybody. I'm just coming here to and talk about my opinion. Everybody has their own opinion, so I don't need to contact anybody. Monique and Mocha, and please, I don't have an issue with Kempire. I like him. I don't have a problem with him. Why you guys think I have an issue with him? I don't have an issue with him. I am just coming over here to talk about, it's my opinion, and I still stand by it. All I'm saying is, I'm just, that opportunity should have been given an African blogger. That's what I'm saying, and I still stand by it because I feel like, yeah, and I think I gave my reasons behind that. Your grip is with Netflix, not necessarily. I don't have a problem. Monique, I don't have a problem with Kempire. I like him. I watch his reviews. He is doing great. He'll continue doing great. That's not my issue. It could have been anybody else. I would still have the same, energy. If it is not an African blogger, I'll be like, hey, should it be an African blogger? And somebody asked me here, somebody said, would you feel comfortable She says, would you feel the same way if Real Housewives of Atlanta, which is an African American show, invited you to speak on the show? Trust you me. I have talked to many of my friends and they know me. I keep asking them questions over and over again because there are some things I really don't understand. Even having lived here for quite a while, there's still things I really cannot understand. And so, I don't have the full knowledge about, you know, really being working that in that, in that capacity or that life. So, I wouldn't feel comfortable. I would feel comfortable, being invited to Real Housewives of Atlanta to speak on anything. I review it. In fact, tonight I'm gonna be joining a panel about Real Housewives of Atlanta on commission reviews. I'll do that. Okay, I'll do that. And then hold on. Mocha says it was it was only a 20-second clip. Come on now. I get that. I get that. It was only and I still say that 20 seconds should have been given to an African blogger, you guys. I don't know why you're not getting it. And it's okay. We can have different opinions over here. It's fine. All I'm saying is that opportunity, that 20 seconds, should have been given to an African blogger, even to be more specific, a Nigerian blogger, really. Give them that opportunity. Give them that opportunity. Let them be known. So it is not about him specifically. I would still be having same issues if there was anybody else outside Africa was given that 20 seconds. I'll still be having issues. So it is not about Kempire. Okay, so don't come for me here. I'm not coming for Kempire. It's not about Kempire. It is just his name is, he appeared, and now I talk about it. Okay, but I'm glad that you guys are enjoying Young Famous and African. Please go ahead and even blog about it. You guys, it's a great show. And I am loving it, and I'll continue reviewing it. And I would want all of you here who are YouTubers to continue reviewing it. And that's not the issue over here. That's not what we're talking about. We are talking about opportunities being given to really minorities, if I may, because in this case, the African blogger is the minority. If you get what I'm saying. It really is. And so that opportunity should have been given to those people first. Okay. And I'm not going to contact Netflix like Mocha is telling me to contact Netflix. I don't have to do that. I can just come over here on my YouTube channel and talk about it. That's it. That's it. That's all I can do. And that's what I'm doing. And that's what I'll continue doing. And it's no beef, you guys. It's no beef. It's no bad energy. It's not being jealous. It's not all those things. Just like, you know what? I don't like it. I don't like it. I still don't like it. And I will not like it. Okay. And why I'm freezing. I'm not freezing. So yeah, that's where I'm at. She says, I expect to see only African Americans covering our shows, but see, wait. I don't know. Hey girl, hey, I am not saying that people should not I expect to see only African Americans covering our shows. That is not my point. I don't know why you guys am I not clear enough? Am I not clear enough? I am saying I don't have a problem with him covering or reviewing the show. I don't have a problem with that, please. Understand that right. That is not my point. My point is that 20 seconds should have been given to an African. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it should have been given to an African. Not, yeah. I mean, no. But that doesn't mean that people should not cover whatever show that they want to cover. I cover all shows that I am interested in. Okay? I cover all shows that I'm interested in. Mode is a definition of African American. The shows are black. I don't know what that means. Mocha, if you want to know the shows that I've covered in the past 2 years, you can go back to my YouTube and check them out. I don't know why you keep insisting on this and bringing this energy over here. Okay, I don't know what I don't know what your point is. I am not saying that nobody should cover that it's only Africans should cover African shows, African Americans should cover African American shows, white people should cover white. That is not my point. Am I not clear enough? Everybody can get to cover whatever they want to cover. It's YouTube, it's free. As long as you have time and all that, you do that. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying Netflix should have highlighted an African blogger. That's all I'm saying. And somebody who is over there. That's all I'm saying. It's no, hey, Gahey says, you can make money off of us, but you have a problem with Kempire having an opportunity to make money off of it. Ah, my goodness. Kempire covered. Why is Hey Girl Hey and Mocha having a problem with me like this? No, no. Hey Girl Hey is asking me, would you take the opportunity if Real Housewives of Atlanta invited you to speak on the show? Yes or no? I say no. Because I am not I don't understand. There are things I just don't understand. Okay? And then Mocha says then I should have just talked about oh, I saw. See, do you see why I get into trouble too, Monique? This is why I get into trouble. This is why see, somebody like me, I'm gonna say African American, and then they are Black American. See, that is why I get in trouble. But see, I am not being malicious. Really, I'm not being malicious, and I'm not trying to say these people belong here, these people belong here. That is not my point. That not everyone on the Mocha. Now, Mocha, you want to tell me that I don't know that we have South Africans there, that we have Tanzanians, that we have Namibians there. We just don't have a Kenyan. We have Ugandans. Mocha, I know where these people are from. I know where they come from. I do know where they come from. Jeez. Uh, hey, girl, hey, she wants to come over here and blast me. Don't come here to blast me. Hey, girl, hey, let me send you the invite. It's all about love, though. Do not come here coming for me. It is just all about love, you guys. We are not here to tear anybody down. That is not my point. But I'm going to send this link to Hey Girl Hey. Hold on, Hey Girl Hey. I'm sending it to you. Come on. Come on over here and make me understand why I am not correct. Because I feel like I am very right. Extremely right. Telling you. Okay, Hey Girl Hey, come on over here. Come on. She says she doesn't believe me. Trust me, if I'm telling you, come over here, Hey Girl Hey. Yes, Monique, thank you. I am very clear. Let's wait for this girl. Let's see what she has to say. Because she's not gonna convince me otherwise. Okay, she's coming. Don't make me nervous. Don't make me go get my drink right now. But Mocha should not be doing this kind of energy. Mocha, you should not be doing that. Really. I am not. That is not what I'm saying. My point is that opportunity should have been given to a Nigerian. Maybe I should have even said that instead of African. Let's just say Nigerian. Okay, that opportunity should have been given to a Nigerian blogger. Does that sound better? Does that sound better? You're becoming from me over here for nothing. Nothing. It's an opportunity that needed to be given to a Nigerian. Hold on, let me add her. I know you are. Hey, girl. Hello there. You're muted. I can't hear you. Hey, girl. Hey. I know, Mocha. I know you don't play. Oh my gosh, Mocha. You should be extending grace to me. You should not be coming for me like everybody else who doesn't. You know me. Jeez. No, you are the one who muted yourself. I did
Oh,
not
okay.
mute.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, yeah, there you are. There
I'm
you are.
so sorry. How are you?
Hi.
How are you
Good.
doing today? Yes, so I came across your content actually from another content creator who is subscribed to you and they enjoy your content. And she was telling me that you were doing a video on this, and I don't know Kempire. I'm subscribed to him as well, but I don't know Kempire
Mhm,
personally or anything like that.
mhm,
But the issue I have is when I hear comments like this is
mhm,
respectfully, I feel like keep in mind I was married to an African man for about 9 years.
mhm,
Um, and I've had this dialogue with his family. When I go over there, when I used to go over there to visit in the summer, I would have this dialogue with his family about how Africans over there are
mhm,
very different than the Africans that are in the US of A. I don't know if it's in the water. I don't know what the situation is, but
mhm,
I've noticed just from an African American that they are very different when you are over there as opposed to when they live here in the USA. And
mhm.
the problem that I constantly always talk about um is when you
Say
guys come
it.
over here,
Mhm.
respectfully, when you guys come over here, you
Yeah,
have to
yeah, say
somewhat
it.
assimilate to like how things are over here
Mhm,
in USA. You're
mhm,
not trying to mimic a Becky or a Tommy. A lot of times I see African women mimicking our style, our
mhm,
mannerisms, our lingo, the way we
mhm,
wear our hair. You look all
mhm,
through TikTok. They're doing the dances that we're doing. If you come on YouTube, a lot of the content that they are covering is African American shows. They're
mhm,
not talking about the issues that are going on in their country. They're not interested in talking about the fashions that are happening over there in certain parts of Africa. They are literally, respectfully, in a sense, mimicking everything that the African American woman is doing, as far as like the women. So
mhm,
it's hurtful because I'm so pro black. I'm so pro black. And I always talk about on my channel how there needs to be like a reconnection between specifically African Americans and Africans, because even with Jamaicans and Africans, and like I said, I've had this conversation, and even my ex-husband would agree that they are closer to you guys than we are. Like for some reason, he thinks that they are closer to Africans than African Americans are, and I agree with that statement that he's made in the past. But so it's hurtful when I see someone come on their platform, and the only thing that they can touch on is the fact that someone like Kempire, who's worked so hard to get where he's at with his channel and everything like that, the only thing that they can comment on is the fact that he got an opportunity over an African. And it's just hurtful to me. It's just hurtful because I always preach on my channel about how there needs to be unity between us, and how a lot of times when I used to go every summer or in October. That's when I used to go to Africa all the time. And a lot of times I would see that when I'm speaking to them, a lot of you have the mindset of our colonizers, like as far as like how you think and the things that you say about us. And like I say, it's hurtful. So
mhm,
when I hear, you're beautiful, when I see your beautiful face up here say things like that, it's like, it could have been maybe another angle you could have came from. Why did it have to be so, oh, he's African American, he doesn't understand the culture? And I could arguably say the same about you, but most of your content is about African American shows. And I could easily say, why are you up here covering our shows? You clearly don't understand our culture. You don't understand
mhm,
anything about, what we got going on over here. Why are you covering our shows? And
mhm,
if I'm being honest, when I
mhm.
asked you if Real Housewives of Atlanta would give you the opportunity to come on that show and speak, and you said no, with all due respect, I do not believe that. With all due respect, I do not believe
So,
that.
so I get what you're saying about you going back to Africa and seeing that African people back there, they are different.
Very
I don't know
different.
what, when you say they're
Very
different,
different.
are you talking about
Because
mannerism?
I
Are you
feel
talking
like that.
about?
No, I feel like they haven't been tainted or exposed to the type of issues that we deal with over here, as far as
Mhm,
like I don't want to say colorism, but as far as like maybe colorism
Yeah.
or
No, they're not. They're not.
classism,
They're
or the
not.
way that we're treated simply because we're African Americans. And I noticed that a lot of y'all, like sometimes when I don't know, I go to Instagram or I go to TikTok or YouTube, I will see some of the conversations that y'all are having, and I'm like, they literally sound like our colonizers. Like they
Mhm.
literally sound like our colonizers. It's strange to me. It is a very strange thing to listen to, because when you go to the motherland, I always used to go to West Africa. I used to go to Mali, Bamako, I think it's pronounced, if I'm pronouncing it right.
Mhm.
Sorry if I'm not.
Yeah.
And I used to go to Ivory Coast, Boaké.
Mhm.
And that area right now, it's like a lot of white people. I call them clear people, but
Mhm.
there's a lot of white people over there building their houses. So they're building their houses in these, I guess what we would consider over here like low income areas. And they're literally building their houses in the middle of those areas. They're not even trying to engage with the community. They are literally building these tall brick walls to block everyone out. They're not interested, like I said, in engaging. They're not interested in
Mhm.
getting to know the people that they're literally taking over part of their land. They're not
Mhm.
interested in getting to know
Mhm.
those kind of people. And so when I
Mhm.
see that and I
Mhm.
see how they can walk through the yards with no problem, as if they own that damn land, and how in a lot of cases, sometimes the Africans there are so docile, it makes me wonder, like, how were they able to take us from Africa over here? Almost gives me like an insight on maybe how they were able to do it, because a lot of what I've seen in that part, the people there were very docile. Like it's almost like they had no interest in fighting back or protecting their land, as far as like these people coming over there and taking over. I saw the Chinese there. I was like over here
I
in
think
our
I think
neighborhoods.
I think that it has many factors. There are many factors that to be considered. But I feel like like I'm from Kenya. We were colonized by the British, but we fought for independence. Like
Yeah,
literally, people died.
yeah.
Okay, people like my mom. I remember my mom telling us all these stories where they were being hidden in houses because the army or the British were coming and fighting, right? But they won and we got our independence. So I think there are many factors. When you mentioned that, they are docile, and I think there are so many factors. The poverty, corruption that is involved in that. So there are
Absolutely,
many things.
absolutely.
But the question I have is, it is not about an African American, and I don't want to use this term because I think it's a little bit, it's getting people, I don't know. Is it offensive to say African American?
It is absolutely not offensive to say African American. I know where my ancestors came from.
Mm-hmm.
So I
So,
consider
so
myself African American.
do many black Americans would rather be referred to as black Americans and not African Americans?
Absolutely not. I don't know who's in the chat saying that sort of thing, but
Okay.
I will bet you the last dollar in my bank account that most black people refer to themselves as African Americans. They used to be Afro Americans, and now it's African Americans.
Okay.
I embrace that term. I
Okay.
so
So my issue wasn't that there was an African American who was put in by Netflix to showcase. I'm saying this
ah,
opportunity, this opportunity should have been not for anybody else, but just at least an African, and even a Nigerian to be
but see,
specific.
essentially, that's what you're saying. Essentially, you're saying it went to an African American. You cannot separate Kempire from being African American. You can't separate the two.
But
So you're
I cannot say
essentially saying,
but I can say American, an American. Can I say that? This opportunity should not have gone to an American, or
see, now
still people will come for me.
I feel like you're trying to justify the fact that you feel like it should
Mhm.
not have went to a Black American. You feel like it should have went to
No.
an African.
Oh, is that why people are so upset? No, that is not my issue. My issue, let's say if this one was given to somebody like from the UK, I would still have the same problem and the same issue. So it is not about, oh, this opportunity should have been given to not an African American. No, I celebrate every day, all day.
And
All
if I
I'm
was a
saying is,
Black, go ahead.
huh?
Sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
No, all I'm saying is, I still feel like Kempire is Jamaican. It's just not grammatically correct. Okay, all I'm saying is, and I don't know why people cannot understand. I say this opportunity should have been, and it is not about how many subscribers he has. Do you agree with me on that one, though? First of all, it's not about how many subscribers you have, because Netflix does not need Kempire subscribers. On the other hand, it's, Kempire needs Netflix. He's benefiting from that. Isn't that true?
And it's yes and no. But to your point about if it was a black person from the UK, if I was if I was a black person from the UK and you lived in the UK and you were covering content from black people who lived in the UK, but then you turned around and said that you don't feel like they should have gotten that opportunity, I would still feel the same way. What do you mean? I don't understand it. It's hard for me to under grasp what you're saying when
Yeah.
all of your you know all of your content is about us.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for me to understand your point of view as saying that Africans should have gotten that opportunity, because I could argue to say, well, YouTube gave you the opportunity, and
Mm-hmm.
possibly will monetize your channel if you haven't been monetized already, and will give you the opportunity to make money off of African American content. So Netflix is basically doing the same thing. They're giving him the opportunity to make money off of a show that he covers.
But
YouTube is
it
giving you
isn't
the
about,
opportunity to.
but hey girl, hey, it's not about covering shows. That's not what I'm saying. You can cover as many shows as you want depending on what you like. It isn't about that. It's, I feel like I am not talking about that. I mean, I cover all, yeah, true. All my shows are, black shows, because that's what I enjoy watching, right? And you mentioned, and you said, why can't people like me who came here as an adult, why can't I continue covering the same issues that are happening back home? Sometimes it's very difficult to keep up with whatever is happening back home. Okay, I would
Mm,
love to cover, like,
I don't know.
I, I mean, what else am I gonna
I
cover?
don't
There's
know about
nothing.
that.
No, seriously. What else am I gonna cover? What am I gonna cover? Politics, because it's just politics that going on. What if I'm not interested in politics? Because
I
the
don't
only things
agree.
that, huh?
I don't. I don't
You
know,
don't
because,
agree?
like I said, my ex-husband, he knew everything that was going on where he was from. He knew even down. I remember when we decided to take a bus from one country to another instead of taking the plane, and there were like stops in between, like rest breaks or whatever, like in between. And he would even comment on the fashion. Like, I remember I had on similar jeans as another girl. And he's like, and we both had box braids, and we both wore our box braids in the same style. And he was even making comments like, see, like, um, even the fashion over here is becoming, like, in the area that he's from, is becoming more similar to how, like, y'all wear y'all clothes and how you guys wear your hair. So he was up on everything. So I don't necessarily, I don't know about that. I feel like if you want to cover content from your country, you're going to cover content from your country. I feel like if you want to keep up with the fashions, you're going to keep up with the
Mhm.
fashions.
But isn't if I'm not interested,
So you're
if
not
I'm not
interested in
interested,
covering.
no, no, no. There are some shows, even here, there are some shows that I watch and I don't like those shows. I'm only gonna give time and energy to the shows that I like, right? And that's the same thing even back home. If there's nothing that I'm finding interesting, why should I cover it just because I'm Kenyan?
Well, okay, so you're saying why should you have to cover those shows just because you're Kenyan?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. So why should Empire not have the opportunity? Because Amokam even said he's Jamaican. So why should Empire not have the opportunity because he's Jamaican?
Because I feel like that opportunity should have been given to somebody else who kind of really represent that kind of, or who has even a better understanding about the marriage of these two people.
But can you imagine
Hmm.
if all the African Americans on this platform decided to say, you know what? We don't like the fact that African men and women cover our shows. We don't think that YouTube should be monetizing these channels and them getting paid literally off of covering just African American show. Like, do you see how like that sounds? Imagine if we decided, no, we're gonna boycott this ad. We don't. Why are they covering our shows? Why is YouTube monetizing their channels and letting them get paid off of content, off of African American shows and African American content?
I get that.
You see, like, do you see where I'm coming from? That would
Yeah,
be a very freaking offensive. Like, that would be so offensive.
yeah, yeah. I hear you. I hear you, and thank you for, giving me that kind of an understanding. To me, I was not even. It is not about him. As a person or as a blogger, I want him to continue winning, and it isn't about that. And I don't want this to be like, a deeper issue that you know what I mean. It wasn't about that for me. I was just like, oh, why couldn't they just have given, you know, a Nigerian, right? But it seems like, it is still offensive, right?
You know, it may not be offensive to everyone. I guess we can agree to disagree because there may be someone that comes on here that's African American, identifies as African American, and says, "No, I agree with what you're saying." So I guess we can just
I
agree
don't
to
know about
disagree.
that because the comments over here, they all like they're agreeing with you. I don't know. I feel like people just like, no, no, no. We don't get what you're saying. Like, stop talking about our people. Talk about our shows. If you're not gonna say anything, I'm like shit. I'm like
I just
shit.
think it's fair. I just think it's fair game. Like if
Yeah,
Kempire, he's Jamaican. If he is allowed to go on Netflix and cover, I think it's called Young, Rich, and African.
yeah. Young, famous, and African. Yeah.
Young, famous, and African. If he's allowed to go on there and do a piece for Netflix, then you guys should be allowed to be on this platform and
Mm,
cover all the African American shows that you want. I don't get
I
like.
see. I get that point clearly. 100%. I understand you. I understand you. 100%. I do. I do. Thank you for opening my eyes, my African eyes. Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that?
Of course, absolutely. You should be proud
So,
of where you come from.
yeah. Oh my gosh, you do. I am super proud, super proud, super proud. Like all my children have my people's names, and
And
no,
that's
no,
wonderful.
yeah.
That
Like,
is
and
wonderful.
they get that, when I was telling people, when we mention when they tell other kids, their names and they're not able to pronounce them, I say continue. Let them. They at one point, nobody knew how to pronounce Barack Obama. Now look, everybody knows how
Okay,
to.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Exactly.
am proud of who I am, and and that's how I raise my kids. And listen, hey girl, hey, listen. I am also a very advocate. I'm an advocate for black women and black people in general,
Mhm.
and so I wouldn't want anybody to come over here and thinking that I'm bashing people who look like me, even better looking than me. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing to even copy each other. I think so. Is that offensive? I mean, I love your styles, and I would want to have those styles. Is that a bad thing?
Absolutely not. It's not offensive. It's only offensive to me when y'all do that and then y'all say stuff about us afterwards. It's
I know
like,
that
oh,
stuff. I
come
know that. Yeah,
on. Like,
I know the stuff that people say.
damn.
I know the stuff people say.
Yeah.
I know. I'm
I've been
familiar with
privy
that.
to a lot of conversations that you guys say about us because I was married to someone who was African for so many years. And I'm just like, oh my, this is what y'all really
Yeah,
think.
I know.
Like, and I know that they don't teach, I know that they don't teach slavery. Well, the part that he was from, he told me that they don't even teach that. Like, they don't
No,
even
they don't.
understand that concept of,
No.
so I
Yeah.
get it in a sense, I get it in a sense, but I was like, damn, that's how y'all feel about us.
That's not how I feel about you, though, bro. I am your girl over here. That's not how I feel about it.
Okay.
That's not how I teach my kids. No, no, no. I can't even teach them any because now they are first generation Americans.
Oh,
So they
well,
are
yeah,
not really
yeah,
like me. You know what I mean? And it's very, you know how expensive it is to travel back home. Now I have three
absolutely.
children. Uh, there are many things that they're missing out, many traditions that they're missing out because I'm
Yeah.
just not able to take them home every summer. You're
Um,
very lucky to have been able to travel every year. It's expensive, isn't it?
it's very expensive.
And then you
Very
get
expensive.
there, you get home, people are also expecting gifts and goodies because
They
you're coming from
we, would-
America.
we always sent 2 barrels before we left
See?
back. I know you know about that. We would always send 2 barrels before we left because we knew how much like his father had 3 wives,
Hmm.
about 19 brothers and sisters. So we always sent barrels before we left so it could arrive like around the time that we got there. So we wouldn't be like bombarded with, I need this, I need that, my shoes, my bras, my yeah. Yeah.
Right. And also, the father also, the dad was also, taking pride. Like if he knew you guys are coming, he's telling the whole village, my son is coming. My son from
Absolutely.
America is coming. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, I get it. Everyone had their hand out, and I understand. I get it, but thank you
Yeah.
for
So I
allowing
don't
me to
want
come up.
anybody to, yeah, I don't want anybody to feel like offended. And this is nothing, I'm a Christian, I'm a believer, nothing happens for everything happens for a reason. Maybe this is how God wanted me to connect with you.
Yeah, you have a very like likable personality. I can tell you have a very beautiful spirit. I was just a little hurt
Wow.
about the what you were
Sorry, I
saying.
don't want to. I really did not want to offend anybody at all, at all. And I hope Kempire is not gonna block me because some people have blocked me on IG. I don't want to be blocked.
Oh wow! I gotta go back and watch your content. You must.
I was blocked by many people from Ready to Love, because
Wow.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I have a record of not yeah.
I have to go back and watch. You gained a new subscriber. I'm gonna subscribe and go back and watch your content to see what is going on.
Thank you. And I'll do the same. And this is so fun. Thank you so much for stopping by and, really not coming here to put me down or to, what I mean?
No, I would never.
Or,
Yeah.
yeah, or being, combative, like, I'll bring in this good energy. This is good energy. And I'm happy that you stopped by. I am thankful that you stopped by.
And thank you for allowing me to come up. You have a good night.
Do you, is your name Hey Girl Hey on IG too?
Yeah.
Okay, I will follow you and then we can keep in touch.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Good night.
That was fun. Hold on. That was fun, you guys. See, I'm a good girl. Oh, yeah. So I am grateful for the explanation that Hey Girl Hey has given me, gives me a better understanding. Yeah. So you all don't go over there telling Kempire that mother from Mama is bashing him. Okay, that's not what we're doing over here. All right. I was just coming over here to give my African opinion. Am I allowed, Mocha? Am I allowed to give an opinion, Mocha? Because Mocha now, hey, jeez, Mocha will never give me peace. Hey, jeez. Mocha, you wanna come over here and talk to me? No, I'm scared of Mocha. Mocha, don't come. You all go follow Mocha. She is a YouTuber now. She's doing amazing. Mocha, go subscribe to Mocha. Mocha on her YouTube channel. And my good friend here, Queen Kamisha Reviews. We shall be doing regular no, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Kiss, hey girl, hey, it's saying that if I'm given an opportunity to go to Atlanta, when I say no, she's like, you know what, that is debatable. uh Thank you, babe. Thank you, Mocha. Thank you so much. So yeah, I don't know you guys. But this is a good conversation and I would love to have that conversation again with my African American, like, you know what I mean when I say that. You guys don't come for me, you know what I'm saying, like you guys and people like me, because what she's saying, it is very true. Yes, it's very true. I know I lived in New York. When I got here, I went to New York City and then I went to New York. I lived in New York uh for 2 years. And in New York, the area that I was living in, it was full of black people, just black people. And so I felt, I was fitting in. Now you have to remember, if you watch Phaedra when she was in Dubai, when she appeared in Real Housewives of Dubai, she said, when she was having that conversation with the dude said that Black Americans are very respected in Africa. And that is true. That is very true. In fact, when I was coming here, because when I came here, I was in my very early 20s. I remember my sister saying, telling me, when you go there, just get one what nice black man for yourself. Don't We want you to get a nice black man. Uh, it did not happen. I got another African man. Um, so oh yeah, okay. So I'm not gonna be so I'm not bashing you. I am not bashing people who look like me, who look better than me, who speak better language than I can never do that. I have to be stupid to do those things. But uh please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am your girl, Mother from Mama, the undisputed African queen, you guys. Please join my membership and listen to my podcast. I have all those things. And let us live together in unity, loving each other and just calling out each other in a nice way, just like we have done over here. I think I did good. Yeah. Oh, there it is. There it is. Thank you. Good. See, Monique. Thank you very much. Yes. Follow Mocha. That is her YouTube channel, you guys. Subscribe to that girl. Yeah, she's tough though. She's tough. She scares me. Oh, Mocha scares the hell out of me. I'm telling you, I'm just being honest. But you go and follow her and support her. Now, I know this is my queen too, Kamisha Reviews. She's about to go live and I'm about something that for house, you guys. Let's continue. I felt safer. Oh, wait. I felt safer in the parts of West Africa than in. See, that is very true. Mm-hmm. 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 Very, very true. Because I tell people I did not know that I was black until I came to this country. Reason being, we are all black back home, okay? Very little white people here and there, especially in my country, Kenya. And so nobody, you don't even think about it. Discrimination? What? Colorism? What is that? We don't know about it. So there are many things that you come here and then you start learning about those things. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I might not even learn enough to be able to be in a platform with my beautiful friends and speak about some issues. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is true. As Americans, and especially African Americans or Black Americans, they are so much respected in Africa. That is very true, and I can stand on that. So you guys, we have to go. We have to go to Kenya. Let's travel. Let's go back home and travel. It's a little bit expensive. That's what I was explaining to Hagar. Hey, I said, you know what? It's expensive. I would love for my children to be going back home every year, to learn about the culture, to learn about the language, or mannerism, everything. I would love to have that, but it's very expensive. Very expensive. Now, if I become like a Kempire over here and I have so many subscribers, who knows? I might be going over there. And yes, that's my prayer and my hope, you guys. It is true. Listen, God works in mysterious ways. Hey, He's a miracle working God. So I trust that I'll get there at some point. I will get there at some point. Right now, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your precious time. Thank you, Hagar, for stopping by and educating me really on some of these things. We are not here to hate on anybody. We are all winning. It's a winning season for all of us. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody. Bye now. I'm gonna go now. Wait a minute, if I can find my. Wait, somebody said something. Of course, it's my pleasure, Hagar. Hey, it's my pleasure to have you here. I hope you come back, really. I hope, Hagar, hey, you come back and we can talk about some of those issues that you raised. Because listen, some of the girls that I talked to, they knew that I wanted to have this conversation between the difference between people like me and African Americans or Black Americans, and those differences that we have, and we can talk about them. That is some of the things that I really wanted to talk about that it never went through. Maybe this is an opportunity for us to talk about it. Any credits? And I appreciate Kamisha Reviews for giving me some beautiful thumbnail, okay? And pushing me every day to be great and to do better. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for stopping by. Bye, everybody.